Hey everybody, I am back. Hoping I can get this shoved down the pipeline by Memorial Day. It might sound a little bit different. I'm on a lunch break. Because if I tried to do this by the time I get home and settle in and everything, I'm not going to have the motivation. So we've got some unfortunate developments here with Daisy. I guess the least of which is she claimed she was attacked on the metro. What a surprise for Los Angeles public transportation. They said that she said they took her phone, her $1,000 iPhone. Make a note of that. It was a $1,000 iPhone. Um, but I'm not even, I don't care. What disappoints and disturbs me, as I'm sure it does many of you, is this recent acquisition of two different pets. Daisy is the last person who should be in charge of any living creature, including men, and particularly children and animals. She has a terrible track record with animals. So it was kind of it's this isn't really going to be a funny video. I guess it's just going to be like, oh God. She's the kind of person that it's like you show her a box of matches and say, don't light these because you could catch everything on fire. And the first thing she does is grab the matches. In some way, I don't know how, she acquired a cat. Seems to be kind of maybe a teenage cat, based on the size. She did some videos, brief videos of it. Um, and I'm going to spotlight just something that I happened to grab during one of her lives. Um, well, she's doing another one of her lectures about whatever. She doesn't seem to be in a good state of mind here. But I just want to show you now. Luckily, the cat. Well, okay, I could say luckily the cat is no longer in her possession. She didn't have it for long, but she gave it to her next door neighbor, who sounds like she is, kind of not the healthiest person in the world, and that this is the person who apparently was making the hallways of Step Up smell like shit. So, this cat sadly is still in the building somewhere. I guess also while I'm on this train of thought is, do they even allow pets in there? But then why am I even questioning it? Because it's California, it's Los Angeles, and we let people get away with everything. So we're gonna watch a little bit of a clip here when she still had the cat. Um, like I said, this is not really funny. It's kind of depressing. The cat had just scratched her, by the way. I was just making note of the way she was handling the cat here. It's just
I would
not.
have done the exact same thing if I were you. Kidding me? I mean, I love you so much. So, I'm gonna channel my mom right now. Could you guys call my mom for me? Bring, bring. Let's ask Care Bear to help with this.
Oh, the cat wants away. I mean, look at it. That's a perfect frame to hold this on. Look at their grappling of the cat. I mean, not even connecting with it as a living thing. It's just an object, a cat, a living thing that's struggling to get away from her, just like
Care Bear, could you please create an image of my mother?
God.
She is a gorgeous queen with beautiful,
The cat's almost grown up. Anyway, it's doing whatever it can to get away.
full lips, which I inherited from her, extremely voluminous, fluffy,
Okay, so this
red.
is a thing where she's pretending she's calling her mom and she's asking the Care Bear to call the mother. But in every conversation, there's things about her looks, um, and material items too. If that can be thrown in, I think, did the cat get away?
Hair,
No,
sometimes brown.
it's funny. You see, she kind of like bagged on her mom there. Her mom's hair is red, sometimes brown. You see that little smile she gives. It indicates to me that there's just no sincerity. Look at that, perfect again. There's no sincerity in this like attempt to connect with anybody who's estranged from her. because it's like, look at me, look at the funny, shitty thing I just said about someone. But anyway, the cat managed to get away. The cat is no longer in the picture, but we've got the next chapter coming, unfortunately. All right, I spoke too soon because I forgot about this clip. This is when she still had the cat. I find any of these recorded therapy things very interesting. Well, all right, somewhat interesting to listen to. Um, this is I don't know, she must have some regular like phone conference therapy thing where there's multiple people, like a Zoom thing. And when I'm listening to these, it's whoever this person is, the therapist or whatever. It's like there's no constructive criticism whatsoever. It's almost just like a share your life, and you'll be given nothing but encouragement, and which is not bad. I'm not saying that positive, comments is a bad thing, but these people obviously don't know what's going on behind the scenes. They don't know the history. Maybe there's just no way for them to. But we're going to listen to some of this. I may fast forward a little through this because it gets into the repetitious stuff where she repeats things she said many times. So this is her in a like a Zoom conference thing.
And I have a celebration. I got a kitty, and I'm very against pets because they're prisoners, and I don't think any of us want to be a pet. I wouldn't want to be a pet, and I kind of think of humans as bald alien monkey looking things. If
Isn't that nice? That's a great way to view your fellow bald.
I was a little cat, that's how I would see us.
Mm.
So I'm living in a world that doesn't work because there's a lot of stuff I don't believe in, like money and government. And
She's living in a world that doesn't work, but she's managed to completely play the system and is living better than a lot of people who are struggling, and trying to work for a living and not live off the government.
in my world, money is for games and treasure hunting and trinkets and stars and performers and icons, not for our universal need. My struggle is that when I hear things like, this is free and this costs this much money, and I live on $222 a month, and then I get
But
300
remember, though, she doesn't believe in government. Where did that money come from? Tax-paying citizens in LA? Who might that be? Hmm?
dollars for food. So when I hear something's this much money a month, it's like, well, my rent's $56 and my internet's $40. That leaves me with about $125 a month. And I have stuff in my Amazon cart that goes to save for later. And a few months later, I'm like, I don't need
Can you imagine the other people in this conference? Their eyes must be crossing by now. She just starts on one track and then like shoots off.
all this stuff. I go without, I hear no all the time.
She hears no all the time. This poor thing. Look at her. She's got the makeup tattooed on her face. She gets her hair lightened regularly. She gets tattoos. She's got she steals a lot of the makeup apparently, according to her. Plastic surgery, but she hears no all the time.
And my struggle is I'm sick and tired of hearing no.
Oh God, can you blame her? It's disgusting, isn't it?
And I'm running for city council so I can
No, you're not.
represent
No, you're not. No, you're not. She's filled out zero paperwork. I can assure you that.
people who have to eat out of trash cans and hear no. And there's people who are sober who won't sell out, can't sell out, can't work under an authority, can't do it. And I want a world for them. I'm not just talking about humans. Animals don't have money and they hear no all the time. And
All right. I could probably go. I'm going to cut it short, though. Animals don't have money and they hear no all the time. I don't know if you've been to LA lately, but we have the most pampered pets here. We've got stores just up the street that are dedicated only to like primo expensive dog food and pet stuff. That's it. And we're not talking Petco. We're talking about like, upper echelon designer dog food. When do animals hear no? I guess she must be thinking about them like in crates or something, but not all animals live in.
It's not true that we're not nature. It's not true that we're not an animal. It's not true that we're not supposed to interfere. And we're living in lies. And I would love to go and do the things I want to do.
Okay, so when are you not doing that, Daisy? You do what you want to do every day. She's out skateboarding. She's provided with everything she needs: a phone, medical care, an allowance, Amazon wish list, I'm sure. She got her aerial yoga bars, as you can see in there, a apartment for $56 a month at the beach. She's saying that she hears no all the time. Now, I'm looking at her face here. I think she knows she's full of shit. That doesn't look like somebody who's really suffering. She's got a lot of duper's delight in that smile. I was going to fast forward through some of this, but it's actually moving pretty quick, thank God. I wonder if the other people in the conference are still awake.
Let's hope you do. Bravo. And I'm tired of hearing no.
Yeah. Well, yeah, hands in the air. Tired of hearing no, because she's so deprived. Look how proud she is of herself. Now here comes the look. I don't know if she's a therapist, but like a life coach, maybe. Listen to this. This is a real kicker here.
Listen, cat mamas, we got a hell of a lot of good responsibility. Be a great cat mama.
Yeah, you're talking to a person who, according to what I have heard, threw a cat in a swimming pool at one point, and she actually said, "Well, hey, I was just a kid." Like she justified, look, I was a kid. I threw the cat in the pool. And again, this is all alleged. I don't know if this is true. I also heard somewhere that she killed a cat. A cat died under her watch. Again, we'd have to source this, but we know what happened to Prince's elderly dog when she got into it with Prince. She took it out on the dog, which is what makes all of this, once we get into this video a little more, makes it all awful. But this woman on the phone just knows nothing of this. She's like, "You go, girl," and it just reinforces the delusion. Well, I guess they can't all be like us sitting around on YouTube watching all these. We are watching all the time, so we know. All right, let's continue. We're actually almost done here.
They're so dependent and needy. Oh, I see Amy.
Oops, somebody else come into the conference room and the attention was off Daisy for a second. Oops, somebody else come into the conference room and the attention was off Daisy for a second. Let's cut the video. All right, anyway, let's move on to the next segment. All right, so here is a small segment which is it really digs down to the most disturbing element here, which is her idea, I guess, of freedom at all costs. And this is possibly one of the most irresponsible things she's ever said. And it's let's go ahead. We're going to listen to this. Here we go.
We weren't worried about coyotes and stuff like that. We allowed our animals to be free.
Okay, so basically she's saying it doesn't matter about coyotes. I don't know what she's talking about when she was living in Puerto Rico, I think she was, or the Panama area. It doesn't matter about coyotes. You just let the animals run around, and let's listen to this a little more. Anybody that pet owners out there, anybody that likes animals or even has just common decency, let's hear this.
We understood if nature got them, then nature got them. It's better for them to be free. And our cats and dogs were free. And the singers were singing about how, like, dogs are free. Why can't we be free?
Okay, so that's her philosophy, which is disturbing. That we have lots of coyotes here. They roam all over the place. They're in the neighborhoods. We got bears and just about everything. They will kill cat. They will get into the backyards, hop fences that you wouldn't think an animal could get over, and they will kill dogs and cats. Happens all the time. Um, so she's saying, "Hey, this is just luck of the gamble here. We're going to let the animals free, and if they get nipped off, then that's just the way it." How just to say that, to think that, like you realize, oh, my little dog is gone. The coyotes must have taken. Well, that's just the circle of life, isn't it? No way to prevent it. It was better that the dog had their freedom and was roaming around like feral. In fact, that's probably the way it was where she, was living, as just their feral animals that are, not spayed or neutered and reproducing and fighting and getting killed by predators. That's the high tech heaven on earth. That's her idea of paradise. Ugh, anyway, let's move on now. Okay, so the cat's out of the picture, and almost immediately she is in possession of a pregnant pit bull, which she is fostering. Um, it sounds like it was maybe a homeless person who had to leave the streets or whatever. And she's got the dog, and the dog is going to have puppies. Okay, so now we've got even more vulnerable little life forms that are stuck in that studio apartment with her. I've got two little clips here, and then I'm gonna cut it because I actually don't want to. I don't want to watch these. It's depressing to me. Again, I don't know what's going on with the folks at Step Up. Do they permit people who are not well to foster pregnant animals and have litters of puppies in that place? I don't know. We've just got a little video of her
Skateboard.
um,
Come on. Get on the skateboard.
trying to
Come on.
get the dog
Come
to
on.
ride
Get
the
on. Ride the
skateboard.
shred sled. Do it. Come
This-
on. Get on the sled. Come on. Ride the sled. Ride the shred sled. Ride it. Come on. Ride the shred sled. Like that. And pedal. Yeah, you did it. Come on. Get on the shred sled.
And she wonders why nobody takes her seriously. I worry about this dog's well being, and the idea of a bunch of puppies in her possession or under her watch is disturbing. Hold on, we got one more thing here. And because she doesn't believe that pets should be either, like on a leash or in a yard, contained, held safe in some way, she
I don't
lets the
believe
dog
in
go off
leash
leash.
laws. I believe that dogs are meant to be free. Look, she's so happy to be free. Is that a toy? She has a toy. Look, when she put her toy down, it's just on her neck. So
So,
now she.
yeah, there you go. There's responsible pet ownership right next to a busy street. Just let the dog run wild. Let's just hope that somebody gets that dog out of there before it's too late. Uh, the way she thinks, it's like people and animals and everything are toys, things. I don't see her making a real connection with genuine needs, feelings, all the stuff she talks about, empathy. And most people would be alarmed right now, you thinking, oh my God, I want the dog to get hit by a car. But not her. This is all part of the plan. And this is dangerous and it's irresponsible and it's sad watching this. So, anyway, this is not, of course, the funniest of videos here, but I guess it's a classic case of look what you can get away with in LA. If you're homeless and you won't work and you want everything handed to you, we've got the whole thing here where she's tired of people saying no to her. Well, nobody says no to her. This may be one place where I think really somebody does need to draw the line. All right. Well, I don't want to say I hope you enjoyed it because there's not really much to enjoy here. But I guess we will move on and hope that this dog finds a better situation, more responsible person to be with. That's it. As usual, thanks for listening and watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.